up, walking to help break the silence about domestic violence, the long-awaited grand opening of Jack's Abbey's restaurant, and cannon fire on the Common, the History Center's Living History Civil War encampment. Stay right there. The Framingham Beat is next. Good evening, I'm Julie Norton, and welcome to the Framingham Beat. Well, there was plenty to do in Framingham in the first weekend of October, and if you came through the center, you may have seen the white tents, men with rifles, ladies in hoop skirts, and a cannon. This was the History Center's Living History Civil War encampment. The two-day event was organized to mark the 150th anniversary of the end of the Civil War. Despite the wet weather and chilly temperatures, these hardy reenactors came out to help spark people's curiosity about history.
General Gordon grew up here in Framingham, went to the academy right across the street here, went on to West Point, graduated in the class of 1846. When the war broke out, he immediately joined the volunteer militia here in Massachusetts and raised the 1st Regiment, the 2nd Mass Regiment. And they went on to fame and glory throughout the Civil War.
As adjutant, what I do is all the paperwork for the battalion. Morning reports come in. If this was real life, I would take care of any sort of casualty reports, KIA, killed in action. Effects would be given to me, and I would turn them over.
I enjoyed reviewing the troops. I also enjoyed talking to the public as they came through. They had a lot of questions for me, which was challenging sometimes, but also I was able to inform them on some things and perhaps correct some misunderstandings about things.
Also, on the rainy, wet Saturday, a hardy group came out to support Voices Against Violence and their walk to break the silence. This was their 4th annual 5K walk to raise funds for this important organization that helps victims and survivors of domestic abuse. Voices brought their clothesline, a visual display with each shirt representing a specific woman's story. The local drumming circle played an uplifting beat to get the people ready, and moving stories by a survivor and her journey reminded folks with cold toes why they walk to support this important Metro West organization.
We had a wonderful turnout. We had wonderful speakers. It's always so heartening for us to see that the community comes out and supports the work that we do and supports victims and survivors.
My name is Francis, and I'm a survivor. But today my focus is not on the abuser. My focus is on what has happened in my life for me to stand here. I am confident and I'm optimistic that I have greater things ahead of me. And because of people like you, I am where I am today.
I first got involved with Voices because my younger sister was a victim of domestic violence, and we lost her in March of 2013. And I think the Voices Against Violence and the walk to break the silence are critically important because silence is part of the issue that creates atmosphere where abuses are allowed to continue. The only person that benefits from not talking about the issue is the abuser.
I am very impressed with Voices Against Violence and the work they do and the context they make throughout all the communities in Metro West. And in my personal letters to people asking for support and donations, that's exactly what I stressed, that Voices Against Violence is the resource, is the organization that provides the much needed services for people who otherwise would have nowhere to go.
I think that Voices Against Violence has been a great force here locally to raise awareness with the issue of domestic violence and really just supporting and helping people deal with this issue and being comfortable to come forward with this issue.
Voices Against Violence does the work that saves lives and prevents the issue from happening to begin with.
Jack's Abbey had the official grand opening of their beer hall and restaurant last week, and Business Beat reporter Julie Norton, yes, me again, was there to do some tasting of this downtown destination. Founded by three brothers, Jack, Eric, and Sam Handler, Jack's Abbey has grown from a local family business to a worldwide known brewing company. They brew all their lagers right here in Framingham and have just recently opened a kitchen and beer hall so that people can enjoy their lagers in the company of friends and family.
So we have a 175-seat restaurant. We had no seats in our last place, so that's a few more seats now. And just happy to be able to do food. We're doing wood-fired pizza, a lot of entrees, and we have just this great community seating option. We really want to be part of the community, have the community come, be able to enjoy themselves here. So that's kind of the whole concept of what we're doing. Obviously, we really wanted to bring the beer hall style, which we really thought was a community-oriented way of seating to Framingham.
I'm a big beer geek. This is my favorite brewery, my favorite local brewery. I was at the grand opening of the last place. I'm super excited to have the day off to be here today. Jack's the best. It's great to see their great new place. I've been to a lot of breweries, and this one's fantastic.
Since their open in 2011, they have racked in a number of awards for their craft lagers. In 2014, they were named Best Brewer in Massachusetts, and this year they have placed in the top 100 brewers worldwide.
And I'm excited because it's a huge change. The food is awesome. I'm excited for the company and all the growth. It's very exciting.
There are a dozen different wood-fired pizzas to try, as well as an array of meat and seafood entrees like seared salmon, sea scallops, chicken wings, and braised pork, just to name a few.
I've had almost everything on the menu. The chef tasted everything for all the servers to try, and everything's fabulous. Pizza's awesome, probably the best pizza I've had in this Metro West area, and the pork shank is probably my favorite entree.
Got the braised pork, and it is absolutely one of the best things that I've ever had. I haven't had a meal this great since I was visited Chicago and got the specialty ribs where the Rat Pack used to eat. This is delicious, juicy. It fell literally right off the bone. It was incredible.
For great food and a wonderful selection of 24 lagers on tap, you can visit the Jack's Abbey Kitchen and Beer Hall at 100 Clinton Street in downtown Framingham. Reporting for The Beat, I'm Julie Norton. That'll do it for this edition of The Beat. And in honor of our favorite holiday, Halloween, Access Framingham is giving away 2 tickets to the party of the season. The flashback to end hunger at the Sheraton in Framingham is hosted by the United Way on Friday, October 23rd from 8 p.m. until midnight. From all of us here at AFTV, I'm Julie Norton. Take care, everybody.